We live in an age where digital security is paramount, constantly battling sophisticated cyber threats. We fortify our networks, encrypt our data, and update our software, believing we are well protected. Yet, a subtle, often overlooked vulnerability persists, one that exists not in the digital realm, but in the physical world around us. This hidden threat leverages something as fundamental and ubiquitous as sound. Everyday noises, the hum of a machine, the click of a keyboard, or even the whir of a printer, can inadvertently broadcast sensitive information. These seemingly innocuous sounds can be weaponized, turning our physical environment into a conduit for data leakage and privacy invasion. At its core, an acoustic side-channel attack is a method of bypassing traditional security measures. Instead of directly hacking into a system, attackers exploit the physical emanations produced during a device's normal operation. These emanations, whether thermal, electromagnetic, or acoustic, can reveal critical data. Acoustic attacks specifically focus on sound. They transform the noises generated by our devices into attack vectors, extracting information that was never intended to be shared. This means the very act of using your technology can inadvertently expose your secrets to a determined adversary. Sound possesses unique properties that make it an incredibly effective, albeit often underestimated, information carrier. Every physical action, no matter how small, creates a distinct acoustic signature. This uniqueness is the foundation upon which acoustic side-channel attacks are built. Consider the subtle differences in sound produced by pressing various keys on a keyboard, or the distinct whirring patterns of a hard drive accessing different files. These unique signatures are like fingerprints, each telling a specific story about the action being performed. Sound also propagates through various mediums, not just the air we breathe. While air is the most obvious medium for sound travel, vibrations can also transmit through solid materials. Desks, walls, and even the floor can carry these acoustic signals. Specialized sensors, such as accelerometers, can capture these vibrations, effectively turning solid surfaces into listening devices. This means an attacker doesn't even need to be in the same room to intercept acoustic data. Furthermore, sound exhibits persistence, propagating in all directions and reflecting off surfaces. This allows it to be captured from surprising distances and angles. The environment itself can become an unwitting accomplice in data leakage. A fascinating example of this is the visual microphone concept. Researchers have demonstrated that subtle vibrations on objects, like a potato chip bag or a houseplant, caused by sound waves, can be optically recorded and then reconstructed to recover speech. This highlights how pervasive and persistent sound information truly is. One of the most well-known and practical acoustic side-channel attacks involves keystroke recognition. This technique allows attackers to decipher what you are typing simply by listening to the sounds your keyboard makes. The attack workflow is surprisingly straightforward, yet incredibly effective. The first step is audio capture. Attackers can record typing sounds using readily available devices, such as smartphones, hidden microphones, or even smart home assistants. The quality of the recording can vary, but even low-fidelity audio can yield results. Next comes keystroke segmentation. The recorded audio is analyzed to identify individual keystroke events. Sophisticated algorithms can distinguish between distinct key presses, separating them from background noise and other sounds. This process isolates the unique acoustic signature of each key. Once segmented, the next phase is feature extraction. For each individual keystroke sound, specific acoustic features are extracted. These include spectral centroid, which indicates the brightness of a sound, and mel frequency cepstral coefficients, or MFCCs, which are widely used in speech recognition to represent the spectral envelope of a sound. These features create a unique acoustic fingerprint for each key. With these features in hand, machine learning algorithms, often neural networks, are employed for classification. The algorithm is trained on a dataset of known keystroke sounds, learning to associate specific acoustic fingerprints with particular keys. Once trained, it can then identify which key was pressed from new, unseen audio. Finally, language model correction enhances the accuracy of the attack. Even with highly accurate classification, some errors are inevitable. By applying a language model, which understands the probabilities of certain words and letter sequences, the system can correct misidentified keys, significantly improving the overall accuracy of the deciphered text. The effectiveness of keystroke recognition attacks is remarkably high, even in real-world scenarios with considerable background noise. Researchers have demonstrated accuracies capable of recovering sensitive information like passwords and personal data, underscoring the severity of this threat. While keystroke recognition is a prominent example, acoustic side-channel attacks extend far beyond keyboards. Many other devices emit sounds that can betray sensitive information, revealing a broader landscape of acoustic vulnerabilities. Consider printer acoustic cryptanalysis. The distinct mechanical sounds made by a printer as it operates can reveal the text being printed. By analyzing the timing and patterns of these sounds, researchers have been able to reconstruct documents, turning a seemingly mundane office device into a potential eavesdropper. Hard drive analysis is another concerning vector. The read and write operations of a hard drive produce subtle acoustic patterns. These patterns can be analyzed to leak information about the files being accessed, the size of the data, and even the specific sectors being read, providing insights into a user's activity. Even the high-pitched coil whine of a CPU can be exploited. Researchers have demonstrated that these subtle electromagnetic emanations, which manifest as audible sounds, can be captured and analyzed to extract encryption keys. This is a particularly insidious attack, targeting the very heart of data security. Voice authentication systems, increasingly common in smart devices, are also vulnerable. Attackers can fool voice assistants using synthesized speech, manipulated recordings, or even ultrasonic commands that are inaudible to humans but recognized by devices. This bypasses biometric security with sound. Finally, 3D printer surveillance presents a novel threat. The precise movements of a 3D printer's print head generate unique acoustic signatures. By analyzing these sounds, it's possible to reconstruct the physical object being printed, revealing proprietary designs or sensitive prototypes without direct visual access. Given the pervasive nature of acoustic side-channel attacks, implementing effective defenses is crucial. While no single solution offers complete immunity, a multi-layered approach can significantly mitigate the risks. One straightforward defense is to add acoustic noise. Masking typing sounds with background noise, such as music, a fan, or white noise, can make it significantly harder for attackers to isolate and analyze individual keystrokes. This creates an acoustic fog, obscuring the sensitive signals. Varying your typing patterns is another practical strategy. Randomizing your typing force, rhythm, and style, especially when entering sensitive information like passwords, can disrupt the consistent acoustic signatures that attackers rely on. Inconsistency is your ally. Using different keyboards can also help. Employing diverse keyboard types, such as membrane keyboards instead of clicky mechanical ones, or using virtual keyboards, can alter the acoustic landscape. Password managers that paste credentials directly, bypassing typing, are also highly effective. Physical security remains a fundamental defense. Avoid typing sensitive information in public spaces where microphones might be present. Strategically positioning yourself, perhaps with your back to a wall or away from open windows, can also reduce the chances of audio capture. Software defenses offer another layer of protection. Utilizing keystroke randomization software, which subtly alters the timing of key presses, can confuse acoustic analysis. Virtual keyboards with randomized layouts also prevent attackers from learning key positions. Multi-factor authentication, while not directly acoustic, adds a critical barrier even if keystrokes are compromised. Ultimately, awareness is the most crucial defense. Understanding that sound can betray your privacy empowers you to take proactive measures. Recognizing the threat is the first step towards building a more secure digital and physical environment. The existence and sophistication of acoustic side-channel attacks highlight a fundamental challenge in information security. The weakest link is often not in the algorithms or protocols themselves, but in the physical implementation of our technology. The way devices interact with the physical world creates unintended information leakage. This threat is persistent. As long as physical interfaces are used, and as long as devices generate physical emanations, side-channel attacks will continue to exist and evolve. They represent a constant reminder that security is not just about software and networks, but also about the tangible world around us. The call to action is clear. True security involves understanding how information flows, not just through digital channels, but also through the physical environment. By recognizing the silent spies in our surroundings, we can better protect our privacy and fortify our defenses against these subtle, yet powerful, forms of attack.